Everybody, I'm Allie Jackson with Centennial Escrow, and I want to welcome you all to Marketing Monday. I'm very excited today because we have Melodie Tao joining us, Marketing Melodie, and I'd love to see your beautiful faces, but I understand it's Monday, and sometimes after working all weekend, as we do in real estate, we prefer not to show our faces on a Zoom. So I understand, but if you feel like jumping in, definitely do so. This is not a usual canned training. This is very organic here today. And we just want you to jump on in and ask your questions. Melodie is an incredible social media marketing coach. She knows a lot about live videos and how to use video and leverage it in social media. She's an expert across all of the social media platforms. She's also a LinkedIn learning expert. I have enjoyed working with Melodie for over 5 years now. We met at an association event and have continued to work together. And I found that she has a great deal of expertise in social media, specifically for real estate agents. So that's why it just made so much sense for her to jump on today and do a live Q&A session. So without further ado, I do want to introduce Melodie.
Thank you, Allie, for the warm welcome. So hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Marketing Monday. Thank you guys for joining. If you are not shy, again, I would love to see your faces. So what I always tell people is kind of how you show up on Zoom is how you want to show up and present yourself. So a lot of you have that blank screen. I do encourage you that at least if you're going to be on video on Zoom for marketing purposes, that you at least upload a photo. So here's what it looks like. If I stop my video, you guys see that I at least have my profile photo on there, so people are staring at a face. So I see Beatrice has a photo. Most of you guys have that black screen. So in order to do this is kind of my first tip for you today. I log on to Zoom, and there's David. How's it going? Log on to Zoom, and on your profile, there is a place to upload a photo. So this is where you're going to be able to upload that headshot, so that even if you have that blank screen on, it looks like your face is there. So video is all about being in front of people, being visual, and really humanizing your brand. People love video and they connect with it more because they're able to see the real you. They're able to see and connect with you in a way where they wouldn't be able to by just reading text messages and just reading text. So today's session is really all about you and answering your video marketing questions. I do have a few topics that I have created that I'll go through, but I really want to make this an interactive session. I know how many Zoom calls we've sat through where we're looking at PowerPoints or we're looking at bullet points, and this is not going to be that because we really want you guys to be involved. I also will welcome you to be able to show me some videos that you created if you are not shy, and we can go over that as well and kind of make this kind of, like Ali said, very organic and make it all about the people that are here. And then after this video is being recorded, after we can use this video, and Allie is going to be able to repost it, cross-post it. She's going to be able to create different nuggets of content from this one video, which is one of the topics I'll talk about today as well, is how to take one video and turn it into a marketing tool that can be promoted for months and even years down the line. So before we get started, type in the chat. Is the chat open, Allie, for people to type into?
Yes, it should
type
be.
in the chat and let me know. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Like, are you in San Diego, North County? Let me know where in San Diego you are or anywhere else. Also, let me know one challenge you have with video marketing. So type that in the chat and I'll kind of start using that to begin our conversation. So Beatrice is from Chula Vista, not too far from where I'm at in Mission Valley. David is here in San Diego, in Carlsbad, and Donald is in North County. Oceanside, looks like we have a handful of North County folks who are connected to Allie. And Florida, I love it. I love that we have some people joining from other states. How's the weather in Florida right now? It's been raining in San Diego, and I don't feel like it's rained this much for a while. La Jolla is always a beautiful place. And Beatrice says one of her challenges is keeping up with social media. Anyone else? Type in what challenge you have with marketing or social media in general, or video marketing. Joyce, welcome. Randy, welcome. Barbara is, yep, in La Jolla. Anyone else have any challenges that they want to type in and share? And we'll kind of use that to kickstart our conversation today. Being consistent with posting. Yes, that is a big one. So that is similar to keeping up with social media, is being consistent with posting. So those of you who are just tuning in, we're letting people know where we are from, where we're tuning in from, and any challenges we have with video marketing and social media. I don't like my voice on video, is what Ali says. I'm the same way. When I watch myself on video, how many of you guys do this? How many of you kind of cringe when you watch yourself over on video? Sometimes I'll make a video and I don't even want to rewatch it because I just feel like, wow, I sound like I've had bad allergies, my nose was stuffed up, or maybe my voice was too high. All right, so this is a really great start. And if you're just tuning in, again, I would love to see your faces. So if you can turn on your video, great. If not, I totally understand, but love to see that interaction with you. So the theme that I kind of saw is that people here are having trouble with really being consistent and keeping up. And if you have been to my chats, my talks, my presentations before, you are going to know that what I'm going to recommend to combat this is to have it consistently put on your calendar a dedicated time to work on your marketing. If you really want to be up to date with video and have consistent video marketing content out there, you need to be more specific and put on your calendar video marketing. Okay, so video marketing creation, video marketing content, it needs to be on your calendar. Most of us know this, it's easier said than done. And I want to go over, why is it easier said than done? Because when I'm telling you something at a presentation, you can just nod your head and it just sounds wonderful. But because it's not a regular part of our routine, that's why there's a little barrier on doing it consistently. Okay, if you are able to add it on your calendar and do it once, then do it twice, then do it 3 times, then you'll start noticing, okay, now I'm realizing that it's much easier because I'm consistent. I'm realizing that it is much easier because I have a dedicated time. And I'm also realizing that it's important because it is in my calendar. Just like if you go to the dentist or any other appointment, it would be in your calendar so you know not to skip it. Putting in that dedicated marketing time, and more specifically video marketing time, is really important. Does anyone want to, and I want to make this conversational, anyone want to jump in and share if they've done that before or if they plan to do that and how that may have been helpful? Don't all talk at once, you guys.
Well, I do find that time blocking, particularly for tasks that I'm uncomfortable with, is very helpful because it's an appointment that I made with myself. And I think probably a lot of the agent faces I'm looking at here can join in and say, yeah, I need to time block if I want to do outbound calls, for example. Prospecting, that's tends to be a blocker for some folks. So setting up that time helps. So I think that could definitely be the same thing with social media.
Absolutely. And thank you, Ali, for jumping in. Um, when we do not have it on our calendar, it doesn't seem like it's something that's important. So what happens is that we have in our mind, we need to do marketing, we need to make video, and then something comes up. Then we have a client call, then we have a meeting, we have a caravan, we have a showing. Okay, so you start doing all these things, and then it's the end of the day, and then you realize, oh, I never got to my video, and that gets pushed to the back burner. And then you might do it again the next day. Okay, I got to do the video, but then you wake up and there's fires to put out. As we know in real estate, that happens all the time. Then we have a meeting with our lender. We have a meeting with escrow people. We have to do a signing. And then once again, that marketing time gets pushed back. It gets pushed back and it never gets done. So having it on your calendar isn't enough though. Okay, so make sure you have it on your calendar and it's at a time that normally does not get interrupted. So I work one-on-one with a lot of agents, and when I ask them what's a time that doesn't get interrupted, and the answer is, well, never when you're in real estate, right? It's constant. But think of a time where maybe you do have to wake up 30 minutes earlier, and in that 30 minutes, maybe you are using that time to think about and create and write out your marketing content. Maybe you stay up 30 minutes later. You have to kind of think outside of the box here because we do work in real estate. We don't have traditional hours, right? So it's not like the day ends at 5 o'clock. It's not like the weekends are off. So think about those little times that you can pocket in that marketing task and that video task, and then it'll start getting a lot easier. If you don't have it on your calendar, it probably will not get done. But if you do, then you'll consistently be able to put that content out there. And consistency really is key. I know David mentioned that he has a challenge with being consistent with posting. So I'll share one more tip about that. When you are thinking about creating video content, it's going to help you if you can create consistent video topics and themes ahead of time. So here's what I mean. I'll send a few resources to Allie so she can send it to you after the talk. I have created a content calendar, and it is a content calendar that is just it lists out every single month of the year, and there's a little spot where you can write a theme of the month. So if you have that theme, then you have 4 spots to be able to list out 4 different video ideas related to that theme. Just to give you an example, let's say July is financial freedom, just for 4th of July. Okay, so maybe that's the theme for July. Maybe the first week you are going to partner with a financial expert and talk about tips on saving for that home. Maybe the second week related to that theme, you are going to post about escrow process and how that might work and how that might play into your tying up your finances for a little bit, because people don't know that. People don't know when you're in escrow, sometimes you shouldn't go on a major vacation or buy a car, and you'll have that tip. And maybe the third week for financial freedom, you can talk about how your home is actually going to start generating more revenue for you, or being able to have, I know people are doing like, what is it, rental properties, maybe talking about that for another theme and how you can start investing in real estate. So those topics, there's 4 topics, all relate to the theme financial freedom. Okay. And you have a consistent topic to post about that month. Now it's the next month. Maybe it is February and we're talking about, I don't know, love your home for Valentine's Day. I kind of use the holidays. And maybe the one week you talk about upgrades you can make to make your backyard more appealing. Second week can be about the kitchen. Third week can be about the bathrooms. And the fourth week can be about the garage, and different ways that you can love your home and add more value to your home. But you have that consistent theme. Okay, so now we have a time on our calendar for a consistent dedicated hour or 2 or 3 to work on video content. And now we have a way to create consistent themes so that it's easier for us to know what content to create. One of the biggest challenges I see with agents and anyone doing marketing and sales is that they'll sit down, they finally have that marketing hour dedicated, and then they're like, what do I post about? I have no idea what to post about. And then they're scrambling, trying to think of content. So take a little bit of time to create that space to write out themes and topics, and that will help you go a long way when it comes to being consistent with posting.
Melodie, what about actually scheduling time with a professional who will shoot your video, in particular if you have a new listing and you want to promote it, you want to have edited photos come in featuring, you know, and I see my buddy Don over here, who's an incredible real estate photographer. So say Don shot some wonderful photos of your home, your listing, and you want to have those intermixed.
Yes.
I mean, the plus of that is it is scheduled because you booked time with a professional to shoot it and edit it. So do you want to talk a little bit about the difference between actually having a professional video versus something more organic?
Absolutely. And I also see Steve is in here, and I know Steve does video work as well. I know you are you doing a lot of the drone. I think he was doing the drone work. So there's a handful of people in here that can create content for you and help you create content. So when you are, there's different types of video. When you have a professional video that's created, that is time that you've set aside. You have an appointment where you work with someone to create that content. So now you have that video. So if you are doing that, it is going to be very important for you to really take advantage of that content and schedule it out. Now, you do still need that time to schedule it out, to write captions, to be able to share it to different platforms. So that's where it really is important to still have that scheduled time to be able to share that created content. I do think dedicated professional content is important and it is extremely valuable if you have the budget for it, if you have the time to do it. But it doesn't have to be every single video. So maybe if you have a listing, every single listing you get, you want to create a dedicated video with a videographer. Okay, that's going to be something that is part of your consistency of what you put out there. But then now that you have the video, maybe part of your consistency is that every time you do that, you're going to post it on Facebook twice, you're going to post it on Instagram twice, you're going to post it on LinkedIn once, and you have that plan on how to promote that piece of content that you invested time and money into. Don't get caught up though in making your video perfect while you're recording yourself or even with a professional. Okay, so if you're with a professional, sometimes they might even be filming you talking. They'll be filming you giving a house tour. Don't get so caught up in it has to be perfect because people are more connected to the video is human. The video is real. The video is authentic. Okay, so I've worked with clients where they will record video content and then they never release it because they feel like it doesn't look good, it's not perfect. That's going to be a waste of time. In real estate, especially, people want to get to know you and your personality. So just don't be afraid of creating content, whether it is professionally shot or on your own, that is a little bit more conversational and personal, if that makes sense. So does anyone want to jump in? Who has created these professional videos and how has that helped or not helped? Evangelina, I see that you turn off your microphone. Maybe you want to.
Yeah, I've actually done some great video with Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Haven't seen you in a while. And I'm back. I've been gone for a while, so I thought video would be a great way to jump back into the area because I'm an agent here from January till August. August starts football season. I'm gone. However, I know that sounds crazy, but it's just my life right now. So I love the professional videographer. I love what Don has done. We've done multiple things. However, my question and my concern is more, where do you find content that isn't replicated over and over and over? I mean, yeah, you might get that list from your escrow officer, from your title officer, and all these other people, but where do you find that content that is that one-off where people actually share it on LinkedIn? Like my last video got like 175 shares. I thought that was really good for me because I just started doing this. But what do we do different to make us pop? Can you help us with popping?
Yes. So when you are getting those lists of video ideas from your colleagues, those are going to be generic. Okay. Everyone's going to have those lists. Everyone also has listings and solds, and it's kind of content that everyone has. What you want to do to create unique content is just think about what you personally like to do and what your clients are into. So you mentioned you're really into football. Do you have kids that play football? Do you have family members that are, what is your relationship with football?
My son plays for University of Michigan.
Okay.
So I am a national champion. Sorry if there's any Ohio State people on this call. But when he is on that field, I am mama. I am mama football. And so I'm not going to miss this time in his life. This is going to be just a short period.
Yeah.
Not going to miss this time in his life to be there. So when I'm back, I really want to do something explosive to remind my clients, hey, I'm back in town because, you know, I've got another daughter at Vanderbilt and I want to make sure that I can continue to pay for her education. And I have a line, I got a job to do, and real estate has really helped me get my kids to where they are today. And my husband's amazing. I'm not Xing him
You
out.
real estate also?
No, thank God he isn't. And he's an engineer. He takes care of us. He's the solid, he's the solid that keeps us going. However, real estate has been that was the way through COVID, where I got to travel with my son and take him to other states. My daughter, volleyball. I mean, Dawn has been on this journey with me since my kids were born. And that's where my focus is. That's why I do real estate, for the freedom, for that for that next thing, but I want something that pops. And I want to throw Michigan out there, but I want to reach my clients too. Like the norm, like, there's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people who don't
So
watch football.
exactly what you just shared, that personal story about why you're in real estate. You want to spend time, it doesn't have to be about football. You want to spend time with your kids, you want that flexible schedule, you want that freedom, and you want to be able to be there for your kids for this short amount of time. I understand, I have 3 kids myself. So sharing that story, sharing that information is going to help the people that understand that story, understand that situation, or are inspired by it to want to connect with you. So even when you take that time off for the 4 months, it's not necessarily time off, it's time that you're dedicating to your family. You can still post once a week and say, hey, I might not be at home showing homes, but I am showing off my son here at football. Or, you know, I'm making you use football terms like I'm making a major touchdown in my career by selling this big home. So really integrating things that are in your personal life and sharing that is the thing that's going to make you pop, because that is unique to you. Most people in this video chat right now don't have a kid playing football at the college level, right? So that is unique to you. So by sharing that and the way that you shared it, can you guys feel how she's so passionate about it and how it's something that's really connects to her and really is her persona? It's your personality, that you're a football mom and you want to support your kids through college, and you are a dedicated mom that you want to spend this time with them during this time before they are on their own, right? It's such a short amount of time. And Allie knows, I know you have 2 sons yourself that are grown up. So by sharing that, you'll connect with other moms, other parents, and other families who are in that situation, or maybe they aspire to do that someday. So I wouldn't be afraid to share the personal things that you're doing and tie it into real estate sometimes, but you don't even always have to tie it into real estate. It can just be something that you share that people know about you, and later they'll think what they want to buy a home. Oh, you know what? I remember Evangelina sharing this story, and I think she does real estate. So I do the same thing. Like I share about my kids. My kids are younger. I have little kids, but I share fun things that they're doing. I share trips we go on. We love going to Disneyland. We love going on just exploring San Diego. I share that stuff all the time. It's not related to marketing, but I have other parents who have businesses with young kids connect with me on that level. And like, oh wow, she's also a working parent just like I am. She has little kids just like I do. I want to work with her. She is a mom and I know that she can get everything done. I want to work with her. Same with you. I know that Angelina has 2 kids in college. I know how busy that is, and I know how she can get things done to make that happen. So does that make sense? Kind of just personalizing your post, personalizing your own story, and not being afraid to share that.
Yeah,
That itself
absolutely. Great
is what
ideas. Thank you for
make
sharing that.
the content pop.
Well,
Yeah,
and it's so much more
absolutely.
interesting to see something from you rather than the latest post that 8 other realtors just put up about keeping current matters. Show me some of those beautiful fall colors in Ann Arbor and you'll make me homesick.
Yes. So the thing with keeping current matters and all those things, those are things that are great to have in the background to have a consistent post. But on top of that, that once or twice a week post that's consistent, you want to throw in your own personality. You want to sprinkle in things that are related specifically to you. So why don't you guys, all the other people in here, what are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that you guys like to do? Anyone want to share? And we can talk about. David, are you still into surfing? I know you're big into surfing and posting about surfing with your kids and your family. That's something that other people can relate to. What about anyone else? I see Donald's in here, Lena, Randy.
Hi.
Hi, Lena. How's it going? Haven't seen you for a
Hi,
while.
good. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. If anybody, don't want to say it, I have something to share. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
before me is quite inspiring. I mean, I really appreciate the story. My story was, I want to share because, this more sort of closer circle and all our realtors will probably understand. And I haven't really posted because I don't want to kind of accidentally step on anybody's toes, but it's really close to my heart. Is that the very reason I got into this business, partly because we have our own private investment I need to look after. And another reason was really close to my heart is I had at least 2 or 3 like mom friends, like when my son was little, and they went through like divorce situation or got cheated out or like they couldn't do anything about their real estate side of it, their um, equity investment in the marriage process because they thought the husband was taking care of everything. But when things all pan out, and in all these cases where the husband left out of reasons this and that, primarily, found another woman or accidentally got a new baby or something. It's just a very unfortunate situation that these my these are my mom friends were kind of really distraught, and they didn't know what to do with their financial situation, and then they didn't know how to deal with it, and had no had very basic or limited knowledge about their real estate side, especially real estate side. And especially one of the girlfriends, she'd been married for probably 15 years or something, but she wasn't aware of all the real estate side. It's the husband pretty much kept under his title and everything. So at the end of, but long story short is at the end, she wasn't able to, even on a fair basis, she wasn't able to get any part of her share out of that divorce or some, and she didn't have any resources to hire a lawyer or this and that. She basically she was really distraught. And I had some knowledge out of taking care of our own investment. But back then I didn't have my license yet. And I just watching them kind of go through this and suffer. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know like how to help them even understand this, situation. So I thought, I would like to get my license so that just help them to understand situation, not in the sense offer any legal advice, you know what I mean? It's more of a, hey, this is, these are maybe, you should look into this, just from a knowledge perspective. But so even until today, like when I see, I have this really soft spot for like, mom friends, like even especially like single moms, well, people are kind of a little bit struggling, like trying to understand, obtaining their first home, all that. So I
So
don't know, maybe I'm just
what you can share about your story then and what can be unique to you is your kind of desire or your passion for helping people in challenging situations, right? You don't have to
right,
necessarily share the exact story of people.
right,
You can
right,
just share, like I always talk to people about making videos about sharing success stories. Okay, success stories
right,
breed more success. So if you did a video series about like different situations that you help people get out of, then that would
right,
really help people get to know you. Okay, you can say, what happens when you are, I don't know these situations. Probably you probably want to word it in a way where it's not as
right,
negative.
right, right. Yeah,
But
yeah,
what do you do if a spouse passes away, or what do you do if one partner decides to end the marriage? And you can
mhm,
say in the video, I know these are challenging times, but they do happen, and I want to make sure that you're prepared on what to do if this happens. Like I have a friend, and her husband um, just died unexpectedly at 40 years old. Okay, and they have little kids together, and she doesn't know what to do, right? But it happens. So unfortunately,
right,
tragedies
happens.
happen, and you want to be letting people know like you're there for them if something happens on how to deal with their homes and their finances. So what I would
Mhm.
recommend doing to make your stories unique is make little video clips and talk about how you've helped people through these situations and how you've helped them come out kind of on the brighter side. Okay, maybe the spouse that was left had no idea what to do, but you were able to help them navigate through selling their home, getting some of the finances, and just sharing the success stories that you've created with these negative situations.
Yeah, and another thing I want to share is quite heartwarming is I just kind of as a part of sharing with our realtors is that one of the clients I helped, and it's actually on the selling side, and we later on we found out the seller couple, and the wife was actually on the late stage of cancer, but they were so considerate and then they were so cooperative with my buyer
Oh,
clients.
awesome.
And at the day when we, turning the home to my buyer, we walked in and they left the key there, of course. And then we walk into the living room on the big dining table, whole set they left behind. They left so much behind to my buyers. It was all
Oh,
really
wow.
good stuff. That was been their family home for many, many years. And then they on the dining table, they had a whole pile of stack of documents all organized, labeled, and they with a letter on it and welcoming my buyer. and saying that all this great memories in this house, and we wish you, you know, the best success to you and your family and kids and all that. And I was so touched. Can you imagine, you know, that wife she was already on last stage of cancer. And all she was thinking about is how to make this transition so much better, enjoyable to this new
So
buyer. I literally was in tears.
what I would say there is same thing, like share these stories and how you've helped people through life transitions. Because
Yeah,
life transitions are very hard, and especially when you have real estate involved.
right.
Just you can have a series of life transitions with Lena and talk about how you've navigated these different, very challenging situations so people know that they can come to you if they have some sort of thing that is just challenging, they know you can handle it. So I do think that
Right.
there's a hand raise here, Steve. Were you raising your hand? I want to make sure we get to everyone.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Was there a hand raised? I believe.
Yes,
Okay.
Steve, did you have a question or was it just a Zoom button?
So I have a couple things that I have also that we can go over. Does anyone have any other specific questions about video marketing? Because the next thing that I want to talk about is the different video marketing platforms. There's many different platforms we can use,
I have
but
a question. Is how long do you like a video? Like, do you recommend any the length wise?
so that's the perfect transition to me talking about the different platforms. Different platforms are going to be different for different lengths of video. So if you are using Instagram, Reels, and Facebook, those are very short videos. They're maybe a minute long. If you're using YouTube, those are longer form videos. You can have videos up there that are 5, 10, 15 minutes long. It really just depends on the platform you're using. But a lot of agents have a lot of success just making short 1 minute videos on Instagram Reels and YouTube and sometimes TikTok. TikTok, there's a lot of controversy right now. I've heard they're being banned, but it's the same type of format. They're little short little videos. You even post those to YouTube. But the thing that makes them successful is that they're very consistent with it. So these short 1 minute videos, I can show you some clients that I personally have worked with, and you can look up their videos. They're just very short and sweet, and they don't require a whole lot of time investment because they're short 1, 2, 3 minute videos. And then if you want to have a longer form video, maybe you're interviewing someone or maybe you're doing a grand house tour, those longer videos do great on YouTube where you can post the long video there. Some people also are using LinkedIn. I do think that LinkedIn is a great place for agents because most agents are not consistently using it. You can upload videos directly on LinkedIn as well. There is a time limit. I think they just changed it, but I think it's something like 10 minutes on LinkedIn. But that is where you can also post the video of your home tours, of any interviews, of different things that you're sharing. And Evangelina, I see that you have your hand raised now. Is that a hand raise or just a button that people are pushing? Did you want to
Yes,
share? Okay.
not so much share. My question is how often? How often should we post? Is it twice a week, once a week,
So
3 times a week, 4 times a day? I mean, I don't know.
yes, the amount of videos you post is going to correlate to how much you can commit to consistently creating. Okay, at least once a week is going to be great, especially if you're first starting. One video a week is going to go a long way. You can do one video a week, and that is going to put you in front of people. They're going to recognize and notice that you're doing video. They might come up to you and say, hey, I see your videos all the time, even though it's just once a week. But the once a week thing on maybe every Monday, every Friday, have a consistent day, I think that goes a long way. Committing to more than one video a week when you've never done a video at all is very challenging. Okay, it's going to get a little bit overwhelming. So I always recommend starting with once a week if you're brand new and if it's something that you are just starting. And then once you get really good at it, maybe you are very consistent, you can go to 2, 3 times a week. But once a week is a great start. I'm going to show you guys a couple clients that work in real estate that do video consistently, or for the most part consistently. Let me see. And you can kind of get an idea of the videos. Okay, so this one is Instagram. I'll put the link here. You guys can type out Instagram. I can share my screen and show you guys as well. I'll just type it here so you can see it yourself as well. Izzy San Diego. Okay, so this is a client of mine, and he is a lender. So he works. Oh, did I send it to everyone or just Allie? I don't know if that worked. Let me go ahead and see if I can share the screen and show you guys. And with video marketing, sometimes people get consistent and then they drop off and then they get back again. It is very challenging to keep up with it very, very consistently, which is why it needs to be on the calendar. All right, let me see if I can share the Zoom screen with you guys. All right, do you guys see the screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a client of mine that does consistent videos. So he does a cross between like memes that he sees, that he shares, like kind of funny, like cheeky videos, and also videos where he's sharing. Like this is just one of those funny memes, okay? Like that he's talking about home loans. Okay, it's just a quick funny meme. It's like a 30-second video. Okay, but it gets him in front of people. Okay, here, let me see. On the computer, it's hard for me to navigate some of these. Let me try that one more time. So as you can see here, he has a video that was recorded. This is a recorded video where he has the captions talking about credit. But then he also will have a video that is just a funny video that he creates in his office. Very casual, not dressed up, just talking about a specific topic, where he talks about his work week. Okay, so it's a mix of both. It's a combination of both professional and these videos that he creates on his own. However, we've been working together for probably about 2 years to do this video content, so it's easier for him to do 2-3 videos a week versus someone who's just starting, which is a lot of you guys right here. But it's a cross between 2 types of videos: professional videos and also random memes that are just funny little videos and him sharing information. Let me see. Here's another agent that I work with. Bridget is a client of mine, and she, oh, did I spell her name wrong? She does, Broker Bridget, that's why I wasn't coming up. And she does a real estate market almost every single week. I know she's been traveling a lot, so she hasn't been able to do that, but every single week, almost, she does a market update. Okay, as you can see, it's very casual. She's not dressed up. She's just in a room. So this is what I teach my clients. Do not be afraid of just making a video and it being casual video. It doesn't have to be professional video. So I'll show you another one. And she's a very successful agent. And she actually does specialize in working with a lot of divorce and different difficult situations like that. Okay, so here's another market update, right? Again, it's wherever she's at. I think she's at a conference this week. So she's dressed up, but it's in a casual spot. She's talking to the camera, the phone's propped up. It's not professionally edited or anything, but it's very consistent, where it's almost weekly that she does these. People look forward to them. So think of something that you might be able to do once a week and be able to put out there consistently. And if it's not something that's the same every week, maybe you have a theme like we talked about, and once a week you do a video about that theme, the theme of the month, that is something that you created ahead of time. So this is Instagram. I want to get a kind of a show of hands, or just to get an idea of what kind of platforms are you all using right now for your video marketing.
You can feel free to type it in the chat too if you want. I do a lot on Facebook, a bit on Instagram. I love that I can post something on one or the other and cross posts.
Yes, mostly Facebook and Instagram, says Beatrice. So yes, with both these platforms, short form videos that are casual are great. Lita says I use a lot. So what I would recommend when you're first starting is really try to focus on engaging and building one or two platforms first before you start doing everything. You might be able to cross post and do everyone. However, do everything. However, you want to really build the relationships on one or two platforms to begin with. So you have that following. Find out where your audience is. Donald says, not consistently, Facebook and Instagram. Which calendar system do you use? I personally have Google Calendar. Oh, okay. So I've created my own calendar. It's just like a one-page calendar for you to be able to write out themes and topics. That's something I'll send to Allie. She can get it over to you guys. Or if she can give me the signups for this, I can send you guys that out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. So you're kind of using a little bit of everything. So find out which platform and which social site is kind of the bread and butter for you, where you get the most amount of people, and start building that up more and promoting it more on those platforms. And again, it's okay to do a lot of them, but you really want to focus on building up more audience on one platform before doing everything, right? And Beatrice has her hand up. Do you have a question there?
Yeah, I just have started not too long ago, posting some videos. Most of them, actually, if not all of them, are, made by me. And I know they're not very professional, but I am trying to keep up and, post something to the social media, right?
Yes.
And I started doing open houses, lives through Facebook.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit lengthier because, I walk through the proper, sometimes it's a very small studio, but sometimes it's a bigger house, and, trying to show the inside, outside, the yard, the bedrooms. So do you suggest that, do you recommend anything or other platforms for, like, let's say lead capture at the same time as providing some social media?
Are you asking if there's platforms to help you with the posting, or what exactly?
Yeah, like how to, like maybe I can do a live video, but is there any way to like do it simultaneously to capture more of, leads or viewers?
So there are third-party platforms that you can use to stream to different sites and different platforms. When you're first starting out, though, I don't really recommend that. I recommend organically choosing one platform and using that. So if you are doing these live videos on your home tours, choose one platform to post it to, and then save that video and repost it after to the other platforms. Okay, so if you're wanting to build up an audience, you really need to focus on one platform. Like, say, every week, every time I have a listing, I'm going to go live on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is. Choose that one platform and then repurpose that video. So when you save that video, you can cut clips from it. You can share it through email. You can post it on LinkedIn, on other platforms. You can post it everywhere. You can also upload it to YouTube, but choose one for the live video rather than trying to get a bunch of different people in different places.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how to download them, but that's good to know.
On
To be consistent.
Instagram and Facebook, when you end the video, there should be a button or place that asks you to save the video. So look for that because it does allow you to save the video, then you can use it at a later time. Or if you're doing a video presentation like this on Zoom, you can just record it and it'll automatically be saved.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I saw another hand raised earlier.
Which we're doing today. We're recording this in the cloud on Zoom, and I will upload it to my Marketing Monday YouTube channel.
Yes. So this is the value of video content. One of the major things that make it so valuable is that even if we don't have 50 people here right now, 50, 100 people can watch it later and watch the replay. And if you promote it right, if you market it, if you really amplify the message and say, hey, you guys missed a great session. Here you can watch it again. then you'll get more people watching it. Because I know I talked to Allie before this. I know she was worried that we didn't have too many people signed up, but I said, hey, you know what? That's okay, because one of the benefits of video marketing is that we will repurpose the heck out of the content and make sure that other people see it. So if they missed out, then they will still be able to watch the content, and they can watch it in a more efficient way. If you want to take clips from this video and use those clips where I spoke some great knowledge, or we had some great questions, you can even make little clips to use in your content.
And I will say, if anyone here likes doing events, event marketing is huge for client appreciation, just for the communities where you farm. And there's an opportunity not only to work in that event marketing, but then get video clips of it. And the event that you're putting on gets that much more mileage. You can do a video clip, like a reel, to promote your event. Then you can have the event, you can stream some of it live, then you can repurpose some of that video again later. And you can also leverage video in your email campaigns. So pardon me, for this, for example, I have one email tool that I use, and I just put a clip from my YouTube channel in if somebody wanted to hear a 1-minute message from me. But for example, if you use LionDesk, that is a great CRM where you can actually embed your video right in the email. They don't even have to get redirected away. So it's not just social media. You can get a lot of mileage out of your video across the board.
Absolutely, that's absolutely right. It's not just social media. It is being able to market on email, being able to promote your videos on across all social media, email marketing, different. If you are promoting an event, you can use it as an event promotion tool. So many different ways to repurpose just one video.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So I like to use QuickTime, so I can record and get it as close to as good as I can get it as possible without mistakes. How do I change the funny face it always puts on the front of the video? So the other day
I know
I
what you're
did a
talking about.
video and I
The
went to
thumbnail.
upload it on, yes, the thumbnail. When I would rather just, because I try and give it like a 3-second pause of my face before I start talking. So it'll have like
Platform
a
are you using? What
quick
platform?
time.
QuickTime. Okay, so
And
when you
so,
upload the video, you're going to change the thumbnail on the actual platform. Okay, so if you're uploading it on YouTube, for example, YouTube has a place where you can upload your own thumbnail or choose one of the 3 choices that they give you. I prefer making your own. The 3 choices are usually like me with my face like in a funny position. Same thing with Instagram and Facebook. There's an option for you to choose the thumbnail. So you can create, you know how
okay.
some people have a video, you see that they have like text on the thumbnail, they have like a title. They created that. Or if you don't want to do that, just upload a photo that's more appealing than when you're caught in the middle of, saying something funny or funny face like I am.
Okay. Thank you.
So we have about 10 more minutes. I wanted to kind of give some time for Allie also to talk more about a little bit about what she's doing at Escrow Options, her own video marketing journey.
Centennial.
So sorry. So sorry. Centennial Escrow, her own
I
escrow,
upgraded.
her own escrow company. Good thing we can edit this out. So I want to give her some time to talk about kind of what she's been doing in her journey with maybe video and marketing, and then to share any news that she has with Centennial Escrow.
But first, we want to make sure that we cover all your questions and give you plenty of resources.
Does anyone have any more video marketing questions?
Sorry. I just post a message. I just like to know, besides the general Google Calendar, like we use that just for our appointment stuff, do you use like, I know they were talking about like a post special kind of calendar that you use for like, managing your posting content or all that?
This is just a basic sheet of paper that I've created that you can fill out. I have one, I probably have one in here somewhere in the other room, but I'll send it to Allie. I'll either send it to Allie or she can give me your emails and I'll send out the link for this. But it's a very basic calendar that has a place to put on the top, the theme of the month, and 4 video ideas for that month. Very basic. It's something I created myself just to help people get started. It's a piece of paper that you print out and write on.
Yeah.
And I also
I'll send
created
it to you.
one that for content that's actually Excel based. So if you like using Excel, I'm happy to send that along too. For
Yeah, I
for your
just sent my
phone.
email there,
Oh,
FYI.
perfect. And then, Allie, you have all the info, right, for the emails that
Yes.
will sign up. So we'll
Yeah.
get you that information. Another thing that I do want to offer you is that everyone here attending, I will send you a link to watch my LinkedIn learning course. I know Allie mentioned LinkedIn at the beginning. I create courses for LinkedIn that people all over the world can watch. There's thousands of people that watch these courses. And one of the courses I created is about live video marketing. Now, most of you might not want to do live. It doesn't matter. The tips still apply, whether it's a regular video or a live video. I talk about lighting, sound. I talk about basic equipment. I talk about how to create the content and be consistent with it. And it's just another way to reinforce what we're learning here. And it's about a 30-minute course. I think it costs, you have to pay LinkedIn like $20 or $30, but it'll be free with my link. And it's also free if you have a premium account. So I'll give that to you guys as a resource, as a thank you for attending here as well. All right, any other questions? Beatrice, your hand's up.
You answered that question. Thank you.
Oh,
So Melodie kind of got me going on my journey doing more stuff with video marketing. I was very anxious about it at first, and she reminded me, just as she said today, just be yourself and be natural. So as I started going through open houses, popping in to visit my agent clients, I would run a Facebook Live. One time I was backing up while I was filming, recording the agent, and I tripped. And
oh no.
and the phone went up, and we laughed, and that got a lot of likes.
I remember seeing that before.
Why cut it out? Why? And my client was like, "Should we redo it?" I said, "No, it's that's what happened. It's natural."
That's what
And
happens in
so,
real estate.
yeah, it's like it's being yourself. And I've heard agents say that, where they've wiped out on steps or whatever while they're filming, and they people react to it because we're real people. And then there are other times where, how do I set this up? And my I don't want to do it on my phone, so I've used Zoom. I've got my webcam and I've done recordings on Zoom, and then I can do a retake if I don't like it. I've used Zoom to run and broadcast live onto Facebook, and that works. I put on a pitch session with a group of other affiliates, the Hot Properties Pitch, and we always stream that live on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we get watches right while we're live, but also afterwards. So these are just different ways of using this. My Marketing Monday, I've been doing these since the pandemic, and having special guest speakers on, or sometimes I'll teach a course because I have a background in marketing. And I've loaded all those up on YouTube, so I'm getting leveraging it. It's more than just the one-time use. And those have been helpful. And I just recently did one live in Carlsbad in person, and I brought a videographer in that I work with, and he shot it and edited it, and that's up on YouTube. In about a month, I think on the 22nd of April, that's a Monday, just working on the logistics. But Mike Schenkman, who was Realtor of the Year last year with SDAR, and he is an instructor, a professor at UCSD. He's going to be teaching a course in person on the buyer broker agreement. And I think that that's a super hot topic right now. So, you can do a blend of your event marketing and do some of it on a webinar format, and sometimes do live events. But again, just having someone video it makes it very useful and very interesting. So
absolutely. And Allie, I've been so impressed with your video and your marketing journey in general, because I know you have a strong marketing background, which helps. But even people that don't, you can follow these tips that we're giving, that Allie's sharing, that I'm sharing, to start building up a little library of content that you have, slowly but surely, once a week, every other week if you can't do once a week. But having video content out there does make a difference. It does make people feel like they're seeing you more. Okay, I have people that run into me. I'm not very consistent right now with my video marketing. I'm kind of shifting my business where I'm running an e-commerce business right now, and I'm doing that a lot more. So I'm not making as many marketing videos, but people still see my videos that I made 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They still talk about it. They say, hey, I saw your video on this. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like my LinkedIn courses. Those are all videos. Those have been up there for 3-4 years. I haven't made one for, it's been almost a year since I recorded my last one. People still see them all the time. I'm still getting views on those all the time. So video can really be a lasting tool for you that can get people to see you and to see you in their home, to want to hire you to help them buy or sell their home for a long time, even if it's not a brand new video.
Well,
So
and I think a really incredible avenue for a real estate agent who wants to carve out an ownership of an area, of a city, of a county, is to really work with YouTube. I know some agents who talk about the different areas where they have a listing or where they're farming, and constantly talking about that area on YouTube. So you've got a buyer out of state, and they're trying to learn a little bit more about San Diego, or maybe they want to know about La Jolla, or they want to know about Oceanside, and there you are, and you're talking about that community. It may not even specifically be about the house. You might be talking about, hey, where are the best school systems in San Diego County? What are the best places to eat in San Diego? And you can promote other entrepreneurial folks, restaurant owners, etc. But it's you and your personality talking about your community, and that those buyers come in, they've watched 10, 15 of your videos.
yeah,
They know you.
now
They
they know
feel
you.
like they have a relationship with you.
Absolutely. So I think I threw a lot of information out at you guys today. I will, again, send you that LinkedIn course and the follow-up calendar for you to be able to continue on. But I really do want you guys to feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. You can connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook under Marketing Melodie. And if you also want to learn more marketing topics, make sure you're connected with Allie's Marketing Monday. She does some amazing resources. She brings in all sorts of speakers, her own resources. And she really is here as a resource for you to not only help with escrow, but to help you market your homes, to get more for your homes, to make sure that you are getting the most eyeballs on the homes that you're putting out there, and to get more clients. So I really appreciate her bringing me on for this important topic for video marketing. So thank you guys so much for joining, and hopefully we will connect soon. And then I'll have Allie kind of end the video if she has any last things to share.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you, Melodie, for your wisdom and your nuggets. And I will have my information out. I'll send a link for this chat so you can watch it later if you'd like. And it'll have a link to my YouTube channel as well, so you can check out past topics. And I'll let you know the details when I know them, when Mike and I hammer out the details on this special training that we're going to be doing on the buyer broker agreement. So thank you,
Thanks for your
everybody. Have
time.
a fabulous week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great week. Thank you.